Is he not? Yeah, I am Hispanic, all right? Yeah. Listen, I've been Hispanic since I was born, all right? But my mom, let's just say my mom's a little different, all right? ¿Sabes qué? You know what? You're crazy, you know that? Yeah. I made a huge mistake. She goes, what'd you say, boy? You better get over here, right? Like, man, I have that kind of mom, man. I tell you, she's very old school, man. My mom, she will chase me down the street barefooted, all right? That's my mom, right? She'll catch up to me and she'll put me in a headlock. You better tap out, boy, you know what I'm saying, right? I'm like, Mom, okay, I'm sorry, Mom, right? Man, I think my mom watches too much mixed martial arts. I don't know. You can tell, because, man, my mom, she walks around the house like this. I go, Mom, who do you think you are? Conor McGregor? Sit down, Mom, right? I love her, though. Like, here's what I love the most about my mom. And if you like this, too, I want you to clap. Homemade breakfast. Who likes homemade breakfast in the house? Oh. Love homemade breakfast, man, because I would wake up. My mom didn't just give me some cereal. She would call me mijo, that's son in Spanish. Mijo, here's some cereal. Oh, no. My mom will hook it up. My mom would have eggs, potatoes. We call them papas in our house, you know. And then you hear something sizzling in the pan, and usually what is that? Bacon, right? Man, I'm Hispanic, so my mom was always throwing chorizo in the egg. Oh. If you never had chorizo in the egg, listen, go to the nearest grocery store and get some and put some in the egg. It'll change your life forever, all right? And then we had beans from last night because we don't throw food away, all right? My mom would just be like, mijo, I smashed the beans, that way they're new. They're not new, they were in the fridge, right? They were in the butter jar, I saw them, all right? But I would eat this stuff and it was good, you know? And I was like, Mom, what is this, you know? First of all, if you ever go to a Hispanic family's house and you don't know what you're eating, don't ask, all right? The reason why is because we don't even know, okay? But I go, Mom, what is this? This is good. She goes, that's chorizo. I go, what's that? She goes, it's Mexican sausage. I go, what makes sausage Mexican? Right? Do I poke it? It goes, I didn't know. I was trying to figure this thing out, you know? And my mom, as serious as can be, she goes, no, mijo, it's because when you take a bite out of chorizo, like your mouth, it has a fiesta, right? I was like, what? Let me see. So I took a bite, and my mouth went, right? Man, I almost dropped my hat, started dancing around it, man. That's how good it was, all right? Now, my mouth was having a fiesta, but my stomach was going, brrr. And everyone in the room knows what that is. That's a 2-minute warning. That's what that is, all right? You've got 2 minutes to find the bathroom, you know? So my mom would feed me chorizo and then send me to school for like 10 hours, you know? Or I couldn't sit still. I'll tell you what, eating like this, hey, I was a little on the heavy side growing up. Some of you are like, dude, you're still there, all right? I am still there, right? This is a good side to be on, right? So I had a nickname, because you know what we do in the Hispanic culture? Man, we look for that one thing that you don't like about yourself. And then we name you based on that one thing for the rest of your life, all right? So I'm a little on the heavy side, you know? And it's hard to run, I gotta admit, you know? And so my brothers were like, hey, let's give him a nickname. And I'm like, all right, I'm thinking this should be good, right? Man, they call me Biscuit. I was like, Biscuit? No, but that's not even cultural, right? Like, I was like, call me Pan Dulce or something, right? Like, we have this thing called a concha, call me Concha, you know, like. But I was like, you know what? I draw the line at Maranito. Don't call me Pig, all right? That's where I draw the line. So they called me Biscuit, and they had a funny run on top of that. So my brothers were always like, run, Biscuit! I was like, all right, wait for me, dog, wait for me, dog. Yeah. Everybody has that one picture where your teeth are bigger than your face. You know what I'm talking about? This is my picture right here. Then my mom, of course, lovely display it right in the middle of the living room, you know? But everybody also has that one picture where you don't even have teeth. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that was my picture, man. I was ruthless and toothless, right? And but I had to wear a red shirt and khaki pants every day. Like every day I went to school looking like Jake from State Farm. Remember him, right? Mom, let's go school shopping. I'm tired of looking like a Target employee, you know? And my mom goes, okay, mijo, we'll take you. I'm like, yeah. Now, I'm thinking we're going to the mall. We're going to like the department stores, the outlets, where all the other kids are gonna go school shopping. Man, my mom took me to a place called the flea market. I was like, it's like a swap meet. I go, Mom, they don't sell clothes there? And my mom, as serious as can be, she goes, Mijo, I know this one lady and she sells clothes. I go, I don't want to know that lady, all right? You can keep that contact to yourself, you know. Man, those pants are so ugly, they should be free, all right? Let me try to describe these pants to you. They were purple, all right? Yeah, that's where you start. They were purple, and then they had a big old white stripe right here. Yeah, big old white stripe. It had little lines and numbers. And I go, Mom, what is that big old white stripe? That looks nasty, you know? And my mom goes, Mijo, look, these pants, they have a ruler. She goes, they're multifunctional. I go, Mom, I'm not gonna be measuring stuff in class with my pants, you know? My first day of middle school, I'm gonna walk in here, let me measure that for you. I got this. 4 inches, I told you, right? And she pulled out those purple pants. Yeah. She goes, I went back and I got them for you. I go, you shouldn't have, you know? She made me try them on. I try them on. Of course, I'm embarrassed. I'm in my room by myself. I'm embarrassed, you know? And so, but I noticed there was something else printed on the back. My mom didn't even know. Right on the left-hand side, like right on the kisser too, and they make you tuck in your shirt, all right? I go, Mom, what is this? It was some kind of a pattern. Okay, today I know what it was. It was a protractor. I was like, that thing that measures angles? I go, are you serious? And then on the right-hand side, to top it all off, there was a compass. Yeah. These pens were certified by the American Math Association, all right? I'm gonna be cool in middle school, I tell you what. Like, I'm gonna be in geography class and someone's gonna be like, hey, where's Northwest? I'm gonna be like, man, y'all better hurry up. I gotta do my work, right? Like, and they're using me in class as a prop, you know, what they like. The words that they say is all different nowadays, you know? Back in the day, we used to say things like psych, you know? You know, hey, psych, you know, shake your head. You do that to a kid these days, they're like, I'm gonna go tell the principal, right? And this guy walks in. Now, I'm not gonna say this guy's name because I need to protect his identity at all costs. I don't want this guy to get in trouble. So the doors fly open, boom, and in walks Jose Gutierrez III, all right? From Houston, Texas, where I grew up. And Jose's looking at where to sit, and he decides to sit right next to Biscuit. So he sits down, and we start having a conversation. Now, back in the day, people used to download music off of like Napster and LimeWire and all this stuff, and they used to burn it on CDs. Remember this time? Say yes. Okay. You know, some of you burned some illegal CDs in here. I tell you what, I have to turn half of you in. So this guy was selling music. He had burned all this music, you know, and he was like, hey, man, check out these CDs. You want to buy a CD? And I was like, no, man, I'm good. And he goes, come on, man, buy something. And I was like, dude, I already said no. And before I could turn back around, man, I heard something coming at me, and it was him. Before I even could flinch or do something, he pushed me to the floor. Boom. And I slid across the room, and I think I slid like 60 inches. According to the ruler on my pants, because I went back and I measured it. Do you see how far I went? Man, y'all were too quick, man, I tell you. He pushed me so hard, according to the protractor, I fell at a 45-degree angle, all right? And according to the compass, this all happened going northwest, okay? I want to make sure the resource officer has all the information, you know? I didn't know how. Truth be told, I'm a mama's boy. Yeah, I'm a mama's boy. In fact, I even have the shirt to prove it, all right? The shirt doesn't fit me, but I have the shirt, okay? I got it on sale, all right? Of course, it was at the flea market. And so I told my mom, it's not like I was gonna fight this guy, you know? I'm a mama's boy. Can you imagine he pushes me out to get up and start fighting? I didn't grow up fighting, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. Today, I have a black belt. That's right, today I have a black belt holding up my pants. In fact, I need to get another one because, man, this one's tearing. It's all messed up, all right? But I'm gonna be just fine. Why? Because my mom, she knows a lady who sells belts at the flea market. I'm gonna be just fine, okay?